Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss about PR interval of the ECG. So what is PR interval of the ECG? If you take the ECG waves, this is your P wave, Q wave, R wave, S wave and T wave. And this, the interval between onset of P wave and onset of QRS complex. This interval is known as PR interval. What it represents is, it represents the electrical activity conduction through the AV node. So conduction through the AV node. Conduction through the AV node. So if any diseases that affects AV node, it may get prolonged. So that's why it is very important to see PR interval. So normal PR interval is, so since it is interval, it is duration. So normal PR interval is anywhere between 120 to 200 milliseconds or 3 to 5 small squares. Okay, this is normal PR interval. If the PR interval is less than 120 milliseconds, or what if the PR interval is more than 200 milliseconds? If the PR interval is more than 200 milliseconds, it is seen in heart blocks. First degree, second degree, third degree. And if the PR interval is less than 120 milliseconds, short PR interval, it's seen in pre-excitation syndromes. And junctional rhythm. So if the PR interval is more than 200 milliseconds, it is seen, it's called as prolonged PR interval, and it's seen in heart blocks, first degree, second degree, third degree. Let's see one by one ECG. So what happened to this ECG? This ECG, you see, there are P waves, QRS, T wave. So it's P waves, QRS, T waves. So it is sinus rhythm, and rate is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 300 divided by 5 means 60, around 60 beats per minute. So rate is normal, rhythm is regular. Now you have to see P waves. P waves are normal, QRS are also looks normal, T waves are also looking basically normal. So now you have to see PR interval. PR interval is onset of P wave to the onset of QRS. So it's coming anywhere between 8 small squares. See, this is one big square and this is one your small square. So 8 small squares. One big square means 5 mm. This is means 5 mm. One small square means 1 mm. So 8 small squares means 40 into 8. 320 milliseconds. 320 milliseconds, that is more than 200 milliseconds. So here PR interval is prolonged. So here also PR interval is prolonged. Here also PR interval prolonged. So PR interval is constantly prolonged. So this is first degree heart block. First degree heart block. We will see next one more ECG. Look at this ECG. What happened to this ECG? See, there are P waves, QRS and T waves. And what happened to rhythm, you see? Oh, there is a missed QRS, missed beat. So, and see, there is PR interval is prolonged from onset of P wave to onset of QRS. See, around 7 to 8 small squares. Here you see around 9. Here you see around 9. And here you see around 10. Here you see it's missed bit, and here you see it's again 7. So there is prolonged PR interval, and for each bit, this is what first bit, second bit, third bit, fourth bit, fifth bit is missing, sixth bit. So each successive bit there is successive prolongation of PR interval. This PR interval is this much, and this PR interval is this much, and this PR interval is, there is prolongation of PR interval each successive bit. So there is PR is prolonged, and it progressively prolongs each beat until there is a missed beat. This type of heart block is known as second degree heart block type 1, Mobitz type 1, that is Wenck. This phenomena is known as Wenck-Bak's phenomena. There is a progressive prolongation of PR interval until there is a missed beat. So the PR interval before the missed beat, that is this PR interval, is the longest PR interval, that is around 360 something, and the PR interval that comes after the missed beat, that is this PR interval, this is the shortest. This comes around 240, I guess. So this is second degree heart block, Mobitz type 1, or even simply it's called as Wenck-Bak's phenomena. Okay, so let's see another ECG. What happened to PR interval here? So look at this ECG. What happened to PR interval here? See, first we'll see there are P waves, there are QRS which are looking like broad, and there are T waves which are looking normal. And see the rhythm. It is regular, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So rhythm is almost regular, and there are, so this is looking like sinus rhythm. But what happened to here is, see this PR interval from the onset of P wave to the onset of Q, which is less than 3 small squares, that is less than 120 milliseconds. So here we have short PR interval, and see, look at the peculiar morphology of QRS. QRS, it was supposed to be like this it was supposed to be, but here what happened, there is slurred upstroke. This slurred upstroke is there. Look at this upstroke. Slurred upstroke of initial part of QRS complex is known as delta waves. So this is what we are dealing with here is WPW syndrome. So short PR interval, delta waves, WPW syndrome. So this is an example where the PR interval is reduced. And one more ECG I will show you. So what happened to this ECG? See here, P waves are inverted, QRS is narrow, T waves somewhat not looking. So what happened here? T waves are not seen here somewhat. See, there is a PR interval shortened. See, this is the onset of P, this is the onset of Q, which is less than 3 small square, that is less than 120 milliseconds. So PR interval is shortened. But what happened to here? P waves are retrograde P waves. So these are retrograde P wave. Retrograde P waves or inverted P waves. So when there is short PR interval and retrograde PR waves, you have to think in terms of junctional rhythm. So that means here SO node is not working, your AV node is only generating the electricity, which when AV node generates the electricity, it goes like this in all direction, superiorly and inferiorly. So when it goes away from the lead 2, which is directed like this, it shows retrograde P waves. and normal QRS. And there is short PR interval, because PR interval is nothing but conduction through the AV node. Here AV node is only generating electricity, since there is no time gap, time delay won't be there, so you get short PR interval. So individual cases will be discussed later in detail in other videos. So this is just introduction to PR interval and in conditions where it is prolonged and shortened. So hope you like this video. Thank you.